testimony that's occurred before Little Pencil Neck's committee. And I want to tell you up front, there's nothing in these transcripts. And if you read them carefully, which most people are not going to do, they're going to read Schiff's summary more than anything. But what's going to happen is you're going to find out that the only thing wrong here, you're going to see a word that is used commonly by all the people that testified who are anti-Trump. You're going to see the word interagency. And it'll be used in such fashion as this. The interagency group was highly alarmed at the way this was done and at the way it took place outside the interagency group. What that means is that Trump decided to conduct his own foreign policy without involving these elites at the State Department or at the National Security Council. He decided to do it on his own because he doesn't know who he can trust in there, as this is demonstrating. But they're trying to present it as a crime that Trump did not go through the interagency group. The interagency group would be the National Security Council, the intelligence communities, maybe some military people, everybody involved in the quote-unquote national security complex. That's the interagency group. That would be the NSC, the CIA, the DIA, the NSA, all these abbreviations. And he's president. They're trying to say Rudy Giuliani was dispatched as a rogue ambassador for Trump, or rogue foreign. No, it's not rogue. Donald Trump can have anybody he wants go out and do foreign policy. In fact, Donald Trump's doing exactly what you elected him to do. He is avoiding the swamp. The swamp is filled with saboteurs, as this is demonstrating. Donald Trump is literally being impeached because he is not using the swamp. There hasn't been a crime committed here, folks. There isn't a single crime. There is no evidence for any crime. It is a grand illusion. There isn't a crime. There was no Trump-Russia collusion. Kavanaugh didn't commit a crime. There was no obstruction. There hasn't been anything of the sort. There is not an impeachable offense. They are trying to create the illusion that Trump has committed impeachable offenses by running a rogue foreign policy or national security operation, simply because he's not using the saboteurs, simply because he's not using the foreign policy establishment. And that really is all that it comes down. And because he doesn't know what he's doing. Because he's not using the experts, he is putting at risk the United States and national security, because Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Donald Trump's an idiot. Donald Trump is a fool. Donald Trump's an ogre, and it's dangerous that he's not using experts like us, and we're very, very concerned. And that's all it is. It's a bunch of arrogant snobs. It's a bunch of effete snobs ticked off that they've not been kept in the loop. And they're trying to say the United States is in grave danger, at great risk, because these snobs have been eliminated from the foreign policy process. What Trump asked the Ukraine president to do is zilch zero nada in terms of impeachable offenses. The only transcript that matters is the transcript of the phone call. None of these transcripts that they're releasing from Pencil Neck's committee matter. Now, they matter in the sense that they're going to impeach a guy. I'm talking about with true legal jeopardy. There isn't any. The House of Representatives can impeach a president for whatever they want if they can get the votes. And that's what they're doing. But there is not a legitimate crime that's been committed. Interestingly, the deep state does consider it a crime if you go around them. If you do an end run, say, around the interagency group, why, you've committed gross violations of procedure. And this was intolerable. This must not be permitted. The interagency group must at all times be involved. How else are we going to make sure the Iranians get their money and their permission to go nuclear if the interagency group doesn't do its work? That's what Trump's trying to prevent, is his own foreign policy being sabotaged. And that's the best I can tell you. And I have no